Hi everyone, my name is John Lord. I will be your instructor this term for Accounting 111 211. The purpose of this video is to just give you a walkthrough of the syllabus and give you a quick tour through how we've set up the course in e-learning. Before we do that, a little bit about my background. I am the director of the Applied CPA program here at Golden Gate University. The Applied CPA program is a program that's geared towards helping students to pass the 4 parts of the CPA exam. CPA exam has a financial accounting and reporting section of the exam. It has a regulation piece, it has a business environment and concepts piece, and an auditing piece. The auditing piece really connects well with this particular class. Although this is not CPA review class, the 4 CPA review classes are 377, 378, 79, and 80. This course is similar to Accounting 380, only in that class we're geared more towards helping folks pass the CPA exam. The program, the Applied CPA program, is a program that's meant to meet various needs of various students. So if you're a undergraduate student, you can use 377, 378, 379, 380, give you 12 units towards completing your bachelor's degree. Of course, those courses then help you pass the CPA exam, and you can use those 12 units to apply towards your master's. Some folks maybe are few units short of meeting the requirements to sit for the exam. Well, you can study for the exam and complete the units that you need to sit for the exam at the same time taking those courses, sometimes just as a certificate. Maybe you've already completed your bachelor's, you're getting ready to sit for the exam, you want to study for the exam. Again, you can apply those 12 units towards your master's. Sometimes we have students that come in that are working for one of the firms and just need a boost for one part of the exam. So they might want to take that class, and they get the benefit of getting the 3 units of college credit that then maybe they want to continue on and get their master's. So I've been running that program for a couple years now here at Golden Gate. I also teach at San Francisco State, I teach at San Jose State, and I teach at Stanford. I've been teaching for about 30 years now. I taught the CPA exam in a manner similar to those classes for many years with Becker Professional Education. We use those materials in our applied CPA classes, the 4 that I've mentioned. So I've been doing that for a long time. Much of the time that I was teaching Becker, I was also teaching for some of that time at Golden Gate as an adjunct, and I also was an auditor with the federal government, an agency called the Government Accountability Office. So for 26 years I had a lot of things going on, leading audits with the GAO. GAO is the Auditing Investigative Arm of Congress, so I did some financial statement audit, did some program audit while I was teaching with Becker and Golden Gate. And I did get the experience for my CPA. So I am a CPA in the state of California. And I did work many years with the GAO doing audits of ranging from IRS, Bureau of Public Debt, to the consolidated financial statements of the federal government. So you'll hear me refer to some of those engagements here during the class. So I did that, retired around 2014, and decided that I would pursue the teaching full-time. So I've been teaching full-time at these various institutions that I'm still teaching for, and I've also taught at Berkeley and some community colleges. I had retired in 2014 and started teaching full-time. So that's a little bit about my background. What I want to do is just kind of scroll through e-learning now, show you how the course is set up, and let's go ahead and start with the syllabus, which I have already opened, I think. Okay, and so you can see the syllabus there and the dates of the class, etc. office hour, and I have an office hour link that I'll show you when we go back out to e-learning. Email, phone number, you can call me, you can text me, you can email me, okay? And sometimes I think students feel like calling somebody is some kind of sin or something. You know, the phone is a perfectly good way to reach out and talk to me, okay? All right, so we're going to be talking about auditing in this course, okay? And I'll let you kind of go through the course objectives and whatnot on your own time. Textbook, and I've set the textbook up as optional, okay? And you can see the textbook there, and you can see the link to the course URL. You should follow this link to acquire any of the textbook materials, okay? Now, if you have problems, I'm going to stick McGraw-Hill helpline number in here because they are the technical experts as to how to get through their own system if you run into any problems, okay? But when you click on that link, okay, what it's going to do is go ahead and show you something like this and ask you to enter your email. I can't enter my email because it's going to say you're not a student, because it knows that I'm a faculty, so it thinks something funny is going on, and it won't take my email here. You should enter your email if you want to get the textbook and follow the prompts along if you decide to acquire the textbook. You do not have to, okay? But if you decide that you want the textbook, you can do that, okay, by following the instructions and whatnot. If you run into troubles along the way, McGraw-Hill helpline will help you get through that, okay? Now, after you go and you follow the prompts, you'll see this material, and I have homework and quizzes. There are no points for this work. I do not give you any points for this work. You see this due date way out into the future because there are no due dates. There's no time that I'm looking for you to have turned something into me here. This is optional, and if you decide you want to do these things and you think they're helpful, they are here for you. I will go through in our week-to-week lectures with some of this material with you, even if you don't end up getting the material here. Otherwise, if you want to go through these things on your own, they are here for you. They're all set up. You just got to follow the prompts. I think it ends up costing you about $160 or something at the end of the day if you just get the ebook. To get the ebook, okay, right here, and the connection to the homework, or I think it's 140 or something. And then if you want to get the loose leaf hard copy version of the book, they'll send that to you, but they charge you an extra 40 or 60 bucks or something like that. So it comes up to about $160, $180, something like that, all told, assuming you also get the hard copy loose leaf version of the book. Okay, so you can see all that there. Okay, now again, I'm going to say it again because I do tend to repeat myself. Occupational hazard as a teacher, you know, this is optional. Okay, you don't have to get this. Okay, so you say, well, if you're not going to give us credit for the homework, where are our points coming from in this class? Okay, so let me just go ahead and jump down to the grading, okay, policies, and all of your 300 of the 400 points available in this class will come from 3 exams. Okay, I'll have 3 exams, 100 points each. They will consist of 20 multiple choice questions and then 1 format objective simulation type question, which will account for 20 points. So 20 multiple choice questions times 4 is 80 points plus 20 points from the objective question equals 100 points total on the 3 exams. 100 points total for each exam, total of 300. That's where most of your points come from. Okay, 25% of your points will come from a guest speaker. Now what I'm going to do in this class is provide you a time and date for the guest speaker. If you can come in at that time and date, and I don't know what that date is yet, you can watch it live. If you aren't available, because this is an online class, if you're not available to watch it at the called out time, then you will be able to watch excuse me, I'm not going to cut for that. You'll be able to excuse me, okay, of course I'm going to get a sneezing attack here in the middle of this thing. You will be able to watch the recording. Either way, I want a selfie of yourself, okay, watching the recording, or a selfie of you watching the live broadcast as that goes on when we have the guest speaker. Okay, so you don't have to come in at the time and day, which is to be determined. If you can't make it at that time, you can watch the recording. I just need proof that you watched it. And then you have to turn in a 3-page write-up, for which I will be providing a rubric here shortly, telling you what sort of questions I want you to answer about the speaker. So as you're joining in or watching the video, you can make some notes as to what the speaker said about the questions, and then I want a 3-page write-up. And I'll be giving you information about the fonts and whatnot. I always get students, well, how big do you want the font to be, and all that kind of nonsense. I'll be giving you some instruction on all that. Okay, good. Now you can see the grades here, okay, the grading scale, if you will. And I tend to give pretty good grades in my classes because most of my students are conscientious. They note the testing dates, they take the tests on time, they learn from the material that I go through with them, and they do well in the class. Okay, I always get a few students that like to live down here. There is no curve, so you know, everyone can get an A+, everyone can get an F. You know, I don't have a scale or anything like that, what do you call it, a curve or anything like that. I simply grade you based on what you do relative to your own work. Okay, good. So that's the grading policy. I've already gone through my background. Let's look at some of the dates. Okay, each week we'll do about a chapter. Some weeks we're a little more aggressive, and then you'll have those midterms. Okay, so midterm 1 will cover chapters 1 through 6 and so on. Okay, now you say, well, what are we going to be doing each week if we're not really held accountable to the homework? What kind of work should we be doing? What is our interaction in this class? And the answer is there will be weekly lectures. Okay, now for the first week, chapter 1, unfortunately, we have a little bit of a problem here because the recording got deleted. I guess Zoom has a limitation as to how long they'll let you keep a recording, and I lost that one. So I'm going to have to re-record that, so that'll be coming up here shortly. But generally, you can see the weeks have slides, and then there's a recording of me going through the slides. That's the things that you should be doing week to week with the corresponding weeks called out on the syllabus. Okay, and then we will have a week where we will take our midterm. The midterm will open up. Let's just go back to that syllabus. You can kind of see how that works. The midterm will open up at the beginning of the week, probably either early Sunday morning or early Monday morning. I forget exactly how I'm going to do that, but it'll be open for 7 days. Within that 7 days, you will be able to set aside a 3-hour period, and you will take that exam within that 3-hour period. Okay, that's the way it's going to work. So let's say you decide, okay, I'm going to take my exam on Wednesday of that week. You don't have to, but if you decided you want to take it on Wednesday, you'll click on the exam and the clock will start running on you, and you'll have 3 hours to work the 20 multiple choice questions in the one format question. Okay, sometimes I get students want to click on the exam and peek at it and get out of it. That is not how it works. Once you click on that exam, it's open and the 3 hours starts running. So don't click on the midterm until the time comes that it is time for you to take it. Now, the midterm will be given to you in e-learning, and I'll be adding a midterm module in here so that you can take the midterms right here in e-learning. So you'll be seeing that as we get closer to the exam where I want you to take the quizzes. Okay, that is the syllabus, I believe. Key things on the syllabus. Let's go back and see what else is here in e-learning. Office hour, okay, is follow that Zoom link during these times. Sometimes you might be in the waiting room, so just wait. That means there's another student in there. If you come to the office hour, you can't find me, you're wondering what's going on, You saw the text number there. You can text me, you can call me, you can email me, but I would recommend, frankly, if you're sitting in the office hour wondering what's going on, that's the time to use the phone number to call or text. Okay? Okay, let's go back for a second here. Okay, we've talked about the slides, the office hour. Okay, those are the key things here. You can see that we have the chapter slides. I recommend you stick with this schedule. Week to week, guys. Watch the lectures, look at the slides. For some reason, online class, folks tend to think, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn everything in the first week, and then I don't have to do anything else with this class for the rest of the term here. That is a mistake for this class. There is no fast way to suck in the understanding of the auditing profession, the auditing requirements. Okay, it's a thoughtful process that you have to sort of grow in understanding. That's why I've set it up this way each week, where you have slides, you have a recording. You have slides, you have a recording. You want to practice some of that material. In the slides are some practice questions, and then you also have those homework questions in that textbook if you want to do those. Okay, those are optional. I'm not here to sell textbooks for McGraw-Hill, but that information is there, and many students do find it helpful, so you can get that if you want to. Okay, but don't play the game of trying to jump into McGraw-Hill. Let me work all the homework in 1 week, and all of that nonsense does you no good in this class. Okay, it's week to week, building up to the midterms. Know when the midterms are. Take the midterms during the scheduled week. Do a good job on the guest speaker write-up, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get a good grade in this class and learn a little bit about auditing. Okay, guys, thanks for your time. I'll be getting that lecture up here for Chapter 1, assuming I can't recover my recording here pretty quickly. Other than that, I will look forward to working with you over the term here. Okay, all right, thanks, guys.